Hello ladies and gents, time for another game. This is Banner Avenue. I don't know who the developer is. Have no idea. Again, I'm starting from the presumption that they're all first time games. If it isn't, um, then my bad. There's just so many games that are the case with that, so I'm making that assumption. Memory state 0%. Yo, all hail for those lights that do absolutely fucking nothing for lighting the way. What the fuck, man? Do you know how much light those things put out? Torch. Okay, so right away we know that this is a game from a British person or an English, Great Britain, whatever the fuck you call them. The people who say torch instead of, flashlight. Also, what's the fucking point of a torch if it illuminates jack shit? Like, you can't see shit. Like, the problem about this, it's not so much that it's dark, that it makes it near impossible to navigate. Like, I can't see crap with this. There are two light sources in this place, and none of them is giving out any fucking light. So what's the context anyway? I'm just dropped down there. Okay. This is my biggest problem with games which I assume are spooky or horror. They try to make the maps very dark on the concept that dark is scary, but the thing is, when the dark is getting on the way of just navigation, you're failing. It's one thing to have one area that is very dark, but when the entire game is like this and even light sources do nothing, it's just fucking annoying. It would be cool if I could see where the fuck I'm going. No, Gamer Luna. This does not fit for a horror game because the screen is very small. For you, it will be bigger because I enlarged it to fit the window of the recording. But for me, it's really small and really dark, so I can't see shit. It's not like it's one small part of the map that's very dark. It's everything. Even all these lights are not doing anything. Anything at all. Like, that's not how light works, man. Also, remember how in the other game, Ayla, there's a person. Remember how in the other game, exploring things gave you little telltales of the world. This game is doing absolutely nothing to tell us anything about the game world. It's just a dark place. There's nothing spooky about it. It's just dark. Hello? Also, the font is so small. Also, the characters talk kind of strange. It doesn't sound natural. I'm going to guess this is some sort of hallucination since they say 0% memory or some shit, but I'm sorry, this game has engraved me. The maps are nice, I have to say that, but a very big beef with me is when people make nice maps, or any maps at all, but hide them behind an impenetrable wall of darkness. And I'm like, why do you do that? Don't do that. Like, can you even see anything in the recording? Like, look at this. Look at this. If I didn't know myself what the tiles were because I know them and I own them, I would be like, what the fuck is going on? I can't see shit. Also, I can walk over this fucking trash. Oh god. The lighting in this game is really my biggest beef so far. It's pissing me off a lot. As a mapper, this is really the kind of thing I don't want to see. Because it's such a waste of maps. I hate it, I'm sorry. They're good maps, so why do you cover them like this? There's lights all around. There is no fucking way they illuminate this little. Like, none at all. Like, you can see the white so strongly. Are you meaning to tell me? Ah, oh, Jesus. And the other thing is that besides a slight music tone and the darkness, there is nothing so far happening. There is no ambience. There's nothing spooky or intriguing happening. Also, what the fuck is this place? There's nothing in there. Lady, I have your thing, apparently. Here, the thing. Oh, Jesus. Text is so small. Like, why is the music not changing at all? It's droning so much. It's sending me to sleep. There's a very, very slight background sound. You may not hear it a second. But it's the same track all the time. So I'm totally zoning out because this track is so droning. It's like the things she's saying, they have no weight because the scene is so samey. You know what? There was absolutely fucking nothing, lady. Don't lie to me. Is it zombies? Mm-hmm. Is this going to be some groundhog bullshit? Yeah, it's a monotonous sound. There's nothing else. It also pieces. Okay, this is like it. This is not tasting. You definitely have to make the font bigger because it's really hard to read. I'm having to lean forward so much, and it's this kind of pixel font. They can be tricky because the alias messes them up, and they're very hard to read. So you definitely either increase the font size or do something with it. And I totally missed what he was saying. Also, every time I don't know why this is happening, but every time I touch one of these things, the passage tile gets distorted. I don't know why. It does. Makes no fucking sense. What? Putting it in bold doesn't usually help with this kind of fonts. Yeah, it's very hard to read, even for me. Yeah, okay, this game has failed to grab me. How could it be improved? One, put some context. I understand that the GUI has no memory, and that's fine, but where Isla, for example, if the developer sees this, if you want to see a good example of not giving out much to start with, check out Isla. You will see how immediately the inspection text immediately starts giving out interesting tidbits. That sort of thing will help it immensely here. Also, the lighting was really good in that game. Here it's a mess. Also, the direction is just go around and try things. It's not exactly good. Is this just going to be this map forever and ever and nothing else? So sorry, Canucks, there's not much salt level. Bored level all the ones you want, but salt not so much. There's just not much in here, like there's nothing to do, nothing is happening, there's no events, there is absolutely no spookiness. Like if there were events, for example, in Isla there were very minor. Yeah, I like it, Isla, bite me. But they were very minor, but stuff happened when you went from place to place. In a definite sense of stuff is happening, even if it wasn't scary. Like, the fuck am I meant to do now? Half of the things give no text. So... like, there's nothing to check out. What do you want me to do? Is there anything to do? Jesus. Oh, fuck it. I have to guess I have to find that number. 44th of October. 18th, I think it was. 18th of what month is October? 10? What? It's not right, damn it. Nothing has happened. That's the problem. Absolutely fucking nothing. Also, it makes no sense what things you can explore. Like, some things yield you text, some don't. It makes no sense because some simply say there's nothing here, and others give you random info. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess is what it is. Some paintings you can check, some you can't. So much furniture doesn't say anything when it should, like a TV. The TV is on. Why am I not checking the TV? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, Twitch is a bit sometimes. Don't worry too much. Nothing is happening. It was 18th, right? It was 14th. I put it wrong. God damn it. There we go. Even the music is not changing now. He just fucking shot at me, and the music is like, yeah, whatever. I'm guessing this is meant to be like a suspense game, a mystery game, but it doesn't work because partly the music and partly the darkness makes everything so droning and nothing is happening. There's no tension. Which is a pity because otherwise the presentation in general, aside from these aspects and the font, is okay. What gun? I don't see shit. It's all dark to me. I'm going to stop now. Yeah, I'm going to stop now. Right, so this game. Good things about it. The mapping is pretty solid. The small bits of it I could say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The writing was okay, but it wasn't very engaging. That was a bit of a problem. Now, the bad things. The first one is ambience. When it's so terribly dark, even the interiors where there clearly are lights around. Jesus, I've said the same so much. Do I really have to repeat it? Yeah, I will summarize. Font. Make it bigger or change it. Lights. More light, please. More sound effects. When interacting, it was okay with sound effects, but the music is the problem. It's so droning and it never changes. So the tone, which music helps with tone a lot, never changes, and it lulls you into this dullness, which isn't good. You want to switch it up a bit. Characterization, there is a nanny. Next, the characters were absolutely not interesting, and I have to admit I was absolutely fucking boring. There wasn't much else. Let me be clear. This could be a good game. Right now it's just boring. If you fix those aspects and you spice up a bit what's happening, it could be cool. But as it is, the game presentation lulls you into boredom. It's also dark, you can barely see, you can barely read. These are things that don't help, they take you out of the game. And suspenseful and horror games definitely benefit a lot from being intrigued by the games. So check out Isla, for example. It's another check out other horror games and you will see how music and ambience do a good part. Being dark is not being spooky. It's something that a lot of things trip on horror-ish games. It's like, yes, it has to be dark. No, it doesn't. Some light effects are good. It doesn't mean that the map has to be so dark you don't see it. Seeing where you're going and definitely having a level of light that doesn't impede your gameplay is definitely the most important. Right, I think that's all I will do for today. We covered like, I think it was like 5 or 6 games. Let me check in a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. That's enough for one day, I think. And it's late anyway. So yeah, that was Banner Avenue. Sorry that I couldn't really like the game. It really led me too much into a sense of boredom. So yeah, if you fixed those aspects, it could be something. But as it is, it was really dull for me. I'm sorry. Good work with your next projects, and congrats on finishing the game anyway. Many people didn't, so there's that. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.